all of a sudden you've gone, from just being able to live your life to, now people are looking at you and saying, okay, what did you do? How'd you get through it? What were the steps you took? So how do you feel about that?
I look at it as just a way to help people. It's not really an obligation or anything. It's the way to help people out, to get them on the right track. And the way I did it was, I'm not looking back. I mean, the documentary made it to where I look back on my past, but that's just another realization that it's brought me this far, and it's got me to the point where I can help people and bring people out of the slumber that they're in, or the bad place they're in, because that's what some people need, is that one wake-up call to bring them out of that world that they're in, and they need somebody to show them the way. And there's a lot of people out there that can do it, but it's usually a story that they can relate to is what they need.
Yeah. So do you stay in contact with anybody from the old days from the park? No.
Nope, not at all.
Not at all. That's all right. Listen, you've moved on to a different life, and you're doing incredible, and you have a beautiful fiance with you, and that's all that matters now, is that you're happy,
So what's the one thing that you would say you're most proud of in your life?
Who I am today.
I like that.
So I know our time's almost up. We want to end this on a fun way, okay? So not hard questions. We're going to remove our blouses.
Yes.
And I'm totally kidding. We're not. We want to just ask some fun questions. And we want Stormy to get involved with this too, okay? So we're just going to do rapid fire questions and see how you guys answer them. So we're going to make this up as we go. So we're going to start. We're going to go back and forth. So we want to get to know you guys personally. Mm-hmm. So,
All right, so
more so because but so John, favorite color?
Red.
Stormy.
Blue.
okay. John, favorite movie?
Don't have one.
Stormy?
Don't have one.
All right.
Oh, guys,
Depends on the day.
Okay.
Okay, so favorite vacation spot?
The
That's
lake.
not fair. That's not fair.
I mean, like destination spot.
Yeah,
would
destination.
Be Australia.
Australia, John.
Aussie.
Interesting.
Favorite thing to cook and eat?
Seafood.
Okay.
Food. But if you make me pick a certain one, it's seafood, sushi, and barbecue.
Okay.
That's crazy. Seafood, sushi, and barbecue. It's like such a wide array.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then, best piece of advice you've given?
Be yourself.
Stormy.
Don't let the past weigh you down. Look to your future.
That's great. That's great. You
Okay.
guys-
Did we?
Can you still see us over there?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll make sure we
Okay.
didn't lose you. There we go.
What's the worst piece of advice you've ever been given?
Is there really bad advice? They're all learning experience.
Yeah, that's
Very
great.
true.
Yeah.
Very true.
Mm-hmm. Storm, anything?
It's about the same. I mean, everything you learn from, whether it's bad at the time or not.
Mm-hmm. So, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
That's hard to say. I mean, there's so much happened in the past month that, I mean, we could be anywhere.
Yeah. Perfect.
Okay.
But that's too far to look ahead. I don't really project that far ahead because it's today. That's all we have to live for.
Mm-hmm.
So, you guys are obviously where you're at now. You want to go work on this motivational speaking. You want to start touring, doing all that. Is that something you two would do together?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good. So when that tour comes to Columbus, Ohio, which it should, by the way, let us know, because Virginia and I will take you to dinner and make sure, that you have some people to hang out with, because, obviously, this is my family, but having just talked to you two for half an hour, you guys are family to us.
Yeah, welcome to our family as well.
I know we look like
Thank
clowns, and I know we look ridiculous, but, it's family's about heart, and it's about, how you're perceived. So what is, to somebody that, is struggling with their life, doesn't know where they want to go, doesn't have direction, what would be the one piece of advice that you would give them?
Do what makes you happy.
Okay.
The past made you what you are. Do not reflect on your past. Live for your present and do what makes you the person you are.
I always say, a very wise person once said to me,
Sounds like I'm Moses, like I'm old.
he said to me once, your past is not your potential. So what you've done in the past has no bearing on where you're going in the future. And I've, held that very close to my heart for a long, 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 long time. What are the things that you have learned about you that you didn't know before? Like, what are some of the things that you two have learned about, either individually or as a couple, that you've learned about yourselves or each other?
Like in the past month?
Yeah, sure.
We have to take time for ourselves. Definitely. Every week we have to have at least a day to go to the lake, go to the river, or even just take a day off and turn off all electronics and just spend time together, spend time with our
Very
family.
important. Yeah.
If not, we stress out.
Yeah. Have your families been very supportive of everything that's been going on?
They have.
So, Stormy, what's his worst habit?
Zoning out on his phone.
And John, Stormy's worst habit?
Careful,
She's
John.
on the computer.
Oh, I love that. So, what kind of music do you guys like to listen to?
Oh boy.
In this moment.
In this moment, Bad Wolf, Garth Brooks, Five Finger Death Punch,
Is that a
anything rock
group?
and anything country.
Five Finger Death Punch.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Bev knows.
I've had a 5-finger death punch once or twice in my day.
Wow. That is not what I was talking about.
It didn't take though, guys. It didn't take.
It was a very bad day. It was a rough day. So, okay. What kind of questions do you have for two very young, skinny drag queens sitting in front of you? You could ask, if you ever had the opportunity to ask drag queens anything, what would you ask them? You can ask us anything.
What is your favorite thing about being a drag queen?
I think getting to do things like this, because I don't know, had we not been entertainers, that we would have gotten to meet you guys, right? I think just being able to be somebody that is able to express himself better. The costume becomes it's a larger version of myself, if you can imagine, right? Like it's freeing, and it's, even though, you know what, John, I know what you're laughing at over there.
Come on, let's go.
I have my own way of
John! So, yeah, I think just being able to express myself freer than I would normally if I wasn't in drag. At least for me. How about for you?
And I think, again, yeah, a lot of the same thing, a different form of expression. But I think, truthfully, there are moments that define you in your life. And I think for us as entertainers, we've had a lot of those over the years. I will say, and this isn't blowing smoke up either your asses, this is definitely one of the highlights of both of our careers, to be able to talk to you two. And it never would have happened if, the show wouldn't have happened and the quarantine wouldn't have happened. And, I sent a message on Facebook and said, you want to get interviewed by a couple of drag queens? And you guys were like, hell yeah, why not? So I think it's just the opportunity to meet people and realize that we're not so different. We all kind of connect on different levels.
Mhm.
So I don't know. Yeah.
And, in some way, shape, or form, we're all in this together, and that's the problem a lot of people have is they make it as if they're in everything by themselves, and that's not what it's about. They
Right.
judge others, and they live in a negative world, and it's not about that. We're all in this together now.
Yeah, well, and I mean, just so much. People put so much emphasis on who you love or what you're, how you live your life, and what's great is that getting to know you. I never really thought about, that's the stuff you see on the internet about sexuality or any of that stuff. Getting to know you both, it never would even cross my mind to think about that stuff, right? Like, I just look at you both as a beautiful couple who are fun people. You know what I mean? Like, with apparently a very large tongue and tongue piercing.
Hello.
Hey, when you don't have any teeth in, and tongue becomes a little bit longer.
I know.
It's getting kinkier. It's a favorite sexual position, guys. Come on, everyone at home wants to know.
Going there.
Your
So
manager's
Stormy puts
your
a foot
manager's
down,
gonna
girl.
call us soon, isn't he?
We're about to get that phone call.
Wait, I'm waiting. Nothing.
He said, turn it off. So, joking aside, and obviously, when we first started talking about this, and I was talking to your agent, we just kind of talked back and forth about, what our intention was with this interview. And our intention was really, Virginia and I agreed from the beginning, we didn't want to talk about the show and all the people on the show. We saw it. It happened. It's over. We wanted to get to know you because we saw this evolution that's happened. And, and unfortunately in this day and age, a lot of people hate to see a success story, because they see this guy, that was on the show, and then when they, hear that you're doing great things and succeeding, they're like, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because there's jealousy or just, the drama like you were talking about. So, but I know that, you have people in your life that support you and lift you up and elevate you. And never forget that. Never forget your personal power, because it's unbelievable. We talked right after we did sound check with you, and we were both just like, wow, this guy is so much more than I think anyone ever has expected you to be, and that's something that you should be very, very proud of.
I am proud of that, and somebody else is proud of it too. So
That's all that matters.
in our relationship, we don't focus on just one individual. We're in this together, like I've said before, and I do the same for her. I push her to her max, and she pushes me to mine, and we do it as the team, and there's nothing else.
And we don't even go buy fishing equipment alone. We have to go together.
That's great. That's awesome.
I've never been fishing.
I have been. It
What?
hasn't
I've
been
never
good.
been fishing.
What?
Listen, I tried last year, and I felt bad for the little worm that I had to put on my hook. I did. I was like, it was all like curling and
You
stuff.
don't feel bad for it when it's in the bottom of a bottle of tequila.
Well, that's a different story. It's already been in there dead.
Okay, let me ask you this. Would you feel bad for the piece of corn that you put on that hook?
No.
There you go. There's other
Wow.
alternatives.
Everything
That's
serves a
true.
purpose.
That is true. But it looks so bad. It looks so sad, John.
Did the worm
That
look at
little
you?
worm. Yes.
I didn't even know that worms have eyes, Virginia. Google that. Somebody Google that. Do worms have eyes?
What? Oh, wait, no. There is a worm out there. It's called a bloodworm, and it has 3 teeth on it.
I have 3 teeth.
See?
And they suck blood.
You just described my life.
Wow. A bloodworm.
So your first and last interview ever with drag queens, huh?
So we're just about done here. We read none of these questions. You're welcome. If there was something that, what's the one thing that we didn't ask that you want the world to know?
Don't believe what you see on TV or the movies or anything. It's find out who the person is for real instead of believing what you see. It's not always seeing is believing. It's believing what you hear from that person.
Absolutely.
Judge them for who they really are.
Well, you have friends and family in us now. We're both so incredibly happy that we got to meet you both. So
Stop that.
listen, this one's gonna pop her tape over here pretty soon. You know what I mean?
Bust a seam somewhere.
Look, you don't even know.
That's me. Trust me. I got the COVID 50. I keep telling everybody. It's like the freshman 15, but 50. I was 120 pounds
wait.
before this.
Who's this that I keep hearing her call him Miss Finlay?
That's this one.
Oh,
She's
I
calling
asked-
herself
okay.
Beverly Ford Finley.
I asked your agent if I was allowed to refer
Oh.
to you as my husband, and he said this will be the first time that Stormy gets on camera because she'll tell you to go fuck yourself. I said, well,
No.
Stormy, if you need me to help you sign the restraining order within 10 feet of Beverly, I will help you.
But next time you see a show ad with me, it's going to say Beverly Ford Finley. Or John Finley Ford. I will go eat whatever you want to do. I'm fine with.
That would be an really interesting relationship.
I'd like to
Just so
watch
you know.
this happen. I'm just saying.
John, can we put
From
you
a
in drag
distance.
someday?
No,
Stormy, can we put you in
because
drag?
this won't go away.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll make it work.
There's bearded queens.
That would be really interesting.
Mhm.
You're up for it, ain't you?
I think it'd be funny.
For him, or do you want us to put you in drag?
Him.
All right.
Both.
We'll put you both in drag.
Mhm.
We'll do it.
Mhm.
We'll do it. Absolutely.
We will make you look like a hooker from 1979. Just get ready.
1979. I wasn't even born yet.
Neither was I.
Wow, you just keep slamming me down, John.
What year were you two born? When were you born?
84, 88.
Oh.
77, 63.
73, you
Oh, sorry.
menopausal hag. Oh my god. You guys are amazing. From the bottom of our hearts, we want to thank you for everything.
Thank you guys so very much.
If you're not doing anything at 9 o'clock, we're doing a live Instagram show. There's, Virginia and I and some other people. A friend of ours from LA is going to be on. So catch us on Instagram. It'll be on Virginia's channel, the Virginia West. So just follow her and you're good to go. But truthfully, thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you. You guys
for
are
everything.
great.
You two are unbelievable. This was a bigger thrill than you could ever imagine. And you know what Virginia said, you guys truly have family in Columbus, Ohio. You really do.
Yes, please stay in touch with us, and I will definitely officiate your wedding.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. You all stay in touch with us, and we'll stay in touch with y'all.
I would love that.
Thank you so much for having us on.
God,
Thank
you,
you.
Stormy.
When this is all
Thank
over
you.
and done with, come visit us.
Please.
I'm sure we will.
Thank
Yes.
I will beg the agent to do that.
you. You just
I
tell them
got
say
you.
we're coming. Thank you guys so much.
Thank
Have a
you,
wonderful
guys.
night out there in Oklahoma.
Stay safe, you
Thanks,
two.
guys.
Thank you. We
Mwah.
love you.
Y'all have a good night.
Bye-bye.
Guys, thank you for watching Real Talk with Virginia and Beverly, with our very special guest from Tiger King, John Finlay, and the gorgeous Stormy making her cinematic appearance today. They're unbelievable. Stay safe out there.
Yes, and tune in to Instagram Live at 9 p.m. on the Virginia West. We have a fabulous show coming up for you, and we will see you next time on Real Talk with Virginia and Beverly. Good night, everyone.
Good night. We love you.